There's no shortage of killers on planet Earth, yet only one individual had the right to be called the baddest man on the planet. Iron Mike Tyson is that man, and he certainly lived up to his moniker in the ring. Hello viewers, welcome back to yet another video on our channel. Today we've brought you Mike Tyson, the Knockout King, so stay tuned and let's get right into it. Childhood and early boxing era. Mike Gerard Tyson was born on June 30th, 1966 in Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York City. He was only 2 when his father abandoned him and his family. Lorna Smith Tyson then had to bear the responsibility of raising 2 sons and a daughter on her own. Mike Tyson's mother died when he was 16, and his sister died in 1990 when she was only 24. The pain and suffering that Tyson had to endure due to the loss of his family members clearly left a permanent mark on his personality, and he admitted as much when he said, "I never saw my mother happy with me and proud of me for doing something." His early years were spent in a high-crime neighborhood, where bone-crushing fights were a common occurrence. Since death was always around the corner and self-defense as necessary as bread and butter, Mike was inducted into the art of fighting at a very early age. Tyson allegedly was jailed almost 40 times by the time he turned 13 years old, but Tyson's guardianship after the death of his mother was taken over by a man who'd turn him into an unstoppable beast, Cus D'Amato. Cus was informed about Tyson's punching power by a juvie counselor. In his initial years, he won Junior Olympic Championship gold medals against Joe Cortez in 1981 and Kelton Brown in 1982, but his real professional break came on March 6, 1985, when he knocked out Hector Mercedes in the first round. After that fight, he had a number of continuous successes that would lead to both an improvement in the standards of his opponents as well as a corresponding increase in the media's interest into the rising boxing star. D'Amato taught Tyson a peekaboo boxing style, with hands held close to his cheeks and a continuous bobbing motion in the boxing ring that made his defense almost impenetrable. At 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighing about 218 pounds, Tyson was short and squat and lacked the classic heavyweight boxer's appearance, but his surprising quickness and aggressiveness in the ring overwhelmed most of his opponents. Although Cus D'Amato's death in 1985 hit Tyson hard, his boxing success kept increasing due to his increased speed and accuracy. His name was included alongside fighters such as Dempsey and Ali, and many of his opponents were intimidated by him. Wait! Before we move on, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated. Now let's get back to the video. The birth and downfall of the Knockout King. On November 22, 1986, he became the youngest heavyweight champion in history with a second-round knockout of Trevor Berbick to claim the crown of the World Boxing Council, WBC. On March 7, 1987, he acquired the World Boxing Association WBA belt when he defeated James Smith. After he defeated Tony Tucker on August 1, 1987, Tyson was unanimously recognized as champion by all 3 sanctioning organizations, WBC, WBA, and International Boxing Federation, IBF. After the deaths of D'Amato and manager Jimmy Jacobs, Tyson aligned with controversial promoter Don King. He made 10 successful defenses of his world heavyweight title, including victories over former champions Larry Holmes and Michael Spinks. In 1988, Tyson married actress Robin Givens, but the couple divorced in 1989 amid allegations that Tyson had physically abused her. A myriad of assault and harassment charges were subsequently filed against Tyson. On February 11, 1990, in one of the biggest upsets in boxing history, Tyson lost the championship to lightly regarded James "Buster" Douglas, who scored a technical knockout in the 10th round. Tyson rebounded from the loss with 4 straight victories. In 1991, however, he was accused of having raped a beauty pageant contestant and was convicted of the charge in 1992. Following his release from prison in 1995, Tyson resumed boxing and in 1996 regained 2 of his championship belts with easy victories over Frank Bruno and Bruce Seldon. On November 9, 1996, in a long-anticipated bout with 2-time heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield, Tyson lost for the 2nd time in his professional career by a technical knockout in the 11th round. In a rematch against Holyfield in June 28, 1997, he was disqualified after he twice bit his opponent's ear, and as a result of the infraction, he lost his boxing license. Tyson eventually was relicensed, and he returned to the ring on January 16, 1999. When he knocked out Franz Botha in the 5th round. On February 6, however, Tyson was sentenced to 1 year in jail, 2 years of probation, and 200 hours of community service, and was fined $2,500 after he pleaded no contest to charges that he had assaulted 2 elderly men following a 1998 automobile accident. Tyson was released after serving just a few months of the one-year sentence. Nevertheless, Tyson's self-control problems continued. After the referee stopped a fight in June 2000 with American Lou Savarese, Tyson continued punching and inadvertently injured the referee. In comments made to the press after this fight, Tyson outraged boxing fans with bizarre and vicious remarks about British heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis. In his October 2000 bout with Andrew Golota, Tyson won in the third round, but the fight was later declared a no contest because Tyson tested positive for marijuana. Tyson had only one more fight between October 2000 and his June 2002 fight with Lewis. It had been difficult to schedule this fight. Both men were contractually bound to different promoters and cable television companies. Tyson had attacked and bitten Lewis during a press conference, which also had a dampening effect. Tyson's legal problems caused him to be denied a boxing license by the sanctioning bodies of the U.S. states that usually hold major boxing matches, such as Nevada. It had been so long since Tyson had fought a boxer of his own caliber that no one knew the level of his skills. The question was settled when Lewis twice knocked Tyson to the canvas during the course of the fight before knocking him out in the 8th round. Tyson had his final professional win in 2003, a 49-second first-round knockout. Later that year, he filed for bankruptcy, claiming to be $34 million in debt after earning an estimated $400 million over the course of his career. Tyson lost bouts in 2004 and 2005, and he retired in the aftermath of the latter fight. In 2007, he served 24 hours in prison after pleading guilty to drug possession and driving under the influence, charges that stemmed from a 2006 arrest. Life after boxing. In an interview with USA Today, published on June 3, 2005, Tyson said, "My whole life has been a waste. I've been a failure. I just want to escape. I'm really embarrassed with myself and my life. I want to be a missionary. I think I could do that while keeping my dignity without letting people know they chased me out of the country. I want to get this part of my life over as soon as possible. In this country, nothing good is going to come of me. People put me so high, I wanted to tear that image down." Tyson began to spend much of his time tending to his 350 pigeons in Paradise Valley, an upscale enclave near Phoenix, Arizona. Tyson has stayed in the limelight by promoting various websites and companies. Tyson has held entertainment boxing shows at a casino in Las Vegas and started a tour of exhibition bouts to pay off his numerous debts. Legacy. Tyson was the Ring magazine's Fighter of the Year in 1986 and 1988. A 1998 ranking of the greatest heavyweights of all time by the Ring magazine placed Tyson at number 14 on the list. Despite criticism of facing underwhelming competition during his run as champion, Tyson's knockout power and intimidation factor made him the sport's most dynamic box office draw. He's remembered for his attire of black trunks, black shoes with no socks, and a plain white towel fit around his neck in a place of traditional robe, as well as his habit of rapidly pacing the ring before the start of a fight. In his prime, Tyson rarely took a step back and had never been knocked down or seriously challenged. BoxRec currently ranks Tyson at number 13 among the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time. In the Ring magazine's list of the 80 best fighters of the last 80 years, released in 2002, Tyson was ranked at number 72. He's ranked number 16 on the Ring magazine's 2003 list of 100 greatest punchers of all time. Tyson has defeated 11 boxers for the World Heavyweight title, the 7th most in history. On June 12, 2011, Tyson was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame alongside legendary Mexican champion Julio Cesar Chavez, light welterweight champion Kostya Tszyu, and actor-screenwriter Sylvester Stallone. Tyson's personal and professional exploits were recounted in the documentary Tyson, which premiered at the Cannes Film Festival in 2008, and in a one-man stage show, Mike Tyson, Undisputed Truth, which he first performed in Las Vegas in 2012. The show was subsequently mounted on Broadway in a production directed by filmmaker Spike Lee. He also appeared as himself in a number of television shows and films, including the blockbuster comedy The Hangover 2009 and its sequel 2011, as well as the animated television show Mike Tyson Mysteries 2014 to 2020, a spoof on the various Scooby-Doo cartoon series. His memoir Undisputed Truth 2013 and Iron Ambition: My Life with Cus D'Amato 2017 were written by Larry Sloman.